The next section of the poem captures the loud thinking of the peasants. With every movement that the scorpion made, his poison moved in mother's blood. They said, "May he sit still," they said. The peasants believe that there is a connection between the movement of the scorpion and the movement of the poison of the scorpion in the blood of the woman it has stung. Of course, this is absurd, but this is a fondly held belief of the superstitious peasants. They think that if the scorpion does not move, the poison will not move in the bloodstream of the woman. And so they pray that the scorpion may remain still. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. These two lines indicate how much Hinduized the Bani Israel had become by the time it was the first half of the 20th century. The Bani Israel married into the local community and accepted as their own many of the beliefs of the Hindus. One of these was the belief in pre-existence, Janma and Punarjanma. Here the peasants pray that the suffering of the woman tonight may result in the destruction of the sins accumulated by her in her previous birth. It may be observed that the concept of multiple births, that the concept of pre-existence is totally alien to the Jewish religion, to Judaism. But after arriving in India and after living in India for centuries, the Bani Israel absorbed many of the local beliefs, and one of them was the belief in pre-existence. Now the peasants pray that the pain undergone by the woman tonight may result in the reduction of her misfortunes in her next birth. This passage confirms the strong belief in birth and rebirth, in Janma and Punarjanma, held by the peasants. Every life, every Janma is looked upon as a continuation of the previous life, of the previous Janma, and a preparation for the next life, for the next Janma, by most mainstream Hindu philosophies, including Advaita Vedanta. May the sum of evil balanced in this unreal world against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. This is a typically Hindu concept that there is a totality of evil in this world and that there is a totality of good in this world and that there is an equation between the first quantum and the second quantum. The peasants pray that the suffering undergone by the woman may result in a reduction, in a diminution of the quantum of evil, of the quantum of the total evil of the world, which is balanced against the quantum of the total good of the world. This unreal world, again, a typically Hindu concept. According to Hindu philosophy, most mainstream Hindu philosophies, the world is Maya. There is something unreal about this world. Nothing in this world lasts forever. Will you last forever? Will I last forever? Even I am not going to last forever. Hence, there is an element of unreality in this world. Of course, the Maya principle is something more vast and more complex than just this. But one of the concepts in the Maya principle, that is part of the Maya principle, is that the world is unreal, especially when contrasted against the ultimate reality. May the poison purify your flesh of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said. In India, desire and ambition have always been looked upon as evil. The Buddha said that desire is the root of all evil. The peasants hope that. The peasants pray that the woman's excruciating experience of the scorpion bite would result in the destruction of her desire, of her ambition, and that her flesh and her spirit would be purified by that experience. The peasants sit around the woman. There are no questions, there are no doubts, there are no contradictions. The peasants feel that they have understood everything and they are overcome by a sense of complacency, a sense of satisfaction. The speaker is able to see the peace of understanding on every face. The peasants are at peace with themselves and are at peace with the outside world. But the irony is that this peace of understanding is based on ignorance, is based on superstition, is based on folly. It is because the peasants are ignorant, uneducated, and illiterate that they feel that they have comprehended what is happening and they feel the peace of understanding. More candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects, and the endless rain. The poet repeatedly tries to establish a parallel between the peasants on the one hand and insects on the other. It would appear that the poet is trying to suggest that the level of existence of the peasants, drenched in poverty, ignorance, superstition, suffering, is not much higher than the level of existence of insects. The endless rain. It has to be pointed out that the southwest monsoon lashes Maharashtra, especially coastal Maharashtra with spectacular ferocity, and that the rain sometimes lasts for days at a stretch.